evergreen classic.
Oh, yeah.
Chilling at the head of the table where the bosses sit, studying everything in sight, whether it's in the bloodline or corporate. Walk me out, they laid a big smile on handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script. We got some shooters. Pow! It's off the hip. Yeah. Oh, chilling at the head of the table where the bosses sit, studying everything in sight, whether it's in the bloodline or corporate. Walk me out, they rain a big smile on handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script. We got some shooters. Pow! It's off the hip. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Chillin' at the head of the table where the bosses sit, stunning everything in sight, whether it's in the bloodline or corporate. Walk me out the arena, big smile on handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script. We got some shooters. Nah. It's off the hip. Off the hip.
Yeah, let's get it in. We gotta welcome in the right way. We gotta welcome them in the right way.
What?
What? Nah, the right one tonight is hello.
He said not the right one, not the one. We talking about the main one.
The main one. Hello.
Hello.
What's the word, chat? Welcome back to Off the Hip. It's your boy HD, aka Wallace Frazier, alongside my brethren, Razor. What's the word, family?
It's hot here in California.
It's hot? Damn.
It's hot.
It's
And
like,
again, for whatever reason, we're getting that very East Coast like weather too. We get more humidity than normal. A little muggy outside, a little rough. The AC got to be on just a little bit longer at night. A little rough, but we getting through it.
it's about it's getting less hot because it's that back to school weather over here. So it's like about to get into that real fall weather where it's not so hot outside. But yeah, I feel you, man.
But
Here's
here's why I'm not too mad about the weather, because it's only fitting that we are, I believe, next week headed down to Heat Wave, NXT, and man oh man, did we get arguably a very interesting main event lined up, if you ask me.
I didn't have this on my bingo card.
Yeah, I don't think this is one of those. I'm gonna just chalk it up as a happy accident, or maybe they had this lined up. Again, I don't know. HBK may have a different ship compared to the usual TKO main stage show. So if this is a good old Heartbreak Kids work, then I expect nothing less.
Now, I felt like there was some Easter egg thrown in there today, aside from the obvious, which was, you know, the main event, what everybody came to see tonight, Zillify 2, the main one, you feel me? I think there was like a Easter egg thrown in to open the show, actually, when...
Talk to him.
Yeah, when Cruz had his segment today. That shit is so crazy having to call him that, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's good. That's gonna take some growing.
Like, why they couldn't just leave him like Mike, or like that's like it was just like.
It's because they already trademarked the mic. Oh, you don't watch Pat McAfee show, huh? So, WWE has trademarked the mic for the Miz.
Nah.
Yeah, you can thank Pat McAfee for that one, because old boy from the Brewers, Mizorowski, they're calling him the Miz. So. Right. Pat McAfee dubbed the Miz the Mic. Not long after that episode of McAfee's show, they trademarked the mic.
That's crazy. So the Miz are really about to give it up.
Oh, we'll see. But more on that down the road. Hopefully that was just a joke. But again, I wholeheartedly agree. Nothing against Cruz Montana and the origin behind that name, but again, many of us have been calling this man Mike Santana for the better part of a decade, sometimes even longer than that.
Yeah, like for me, it's gonna take some time to get used to, cause I'm talking about like I used to watch when he was part of the LAX over in TNA, so it's like this is really like it's hard for me to call him Cruz. But anyway, he had an opening segment today. and he's calling out Zilla. You know what I'm saying? He want his lick back. He ready to go looking for him. Like he called him out to the ring. He see he not coming, and he talking spicy. Like, you know, I'm about to go find you. And lo and behold, somebody's music hits. It's Ray Phoenix.
Also, the reigning, defending, triple A cruiserweight champion, mind you. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but did they touch on that yesterday? I know we saw the belt in Phoenix's match, but did Cole or Grace touch on the fact that he's he's a champion for Triple A? I could be wrong.
I believe so. I think they did, but I believe it was very brief. It wasn't really like
The recognition that he probably deserved. Also, again, this is just me personally. Triple A makes beautiful belts. I thought it was kind of funny how the strap is the same color as his pants. So it's kind of hard to tell where the belt starts and the gear begins.
I'm not gonna lie, for that cruiserweight belt, I'm with you. I like the one that the belt that Dom has. I like that belt.
I mean, that's the
But
world title. It better be the best
I,
looking belt.
I like that belt, but the cruiserweight belt, the green, I don't know. It kind of doesn't fit WWE programming at the moment.
I mean, not supposed to.
It's just they trying to make this emphasis on having the tournament on NXT for his next contender. We seen challenges for it on SmackDown. So this is a belt that's kind of like, I dare I say, it's like the new cruiserweight belt for the division. Like, yeah, it's a AAA belt, but I feel like WWE is using that belt as a way to do a double dip and make that their cruiserweight belt. If you know what I'm trying to say, like
I can see that. But again, it's like, and you and I have talked on and off the record about how this company, it wouldn't hurt for them to have a cruiserweight division because there's plenty of guys who would fit that description. But it is kind of funny how they don't want to either bring back one of their old belts. No, they said they have to use something that's already there or that they happen to inherit. Hopefully, it doesn't get butchered. That's all I got to say about that. But yeah,
nah, yeah,
I don't know how to feel about it, I guess, or what I should feel.
I feel the same exact way a little bit because I don't know what's the message you kind of trying to send me with Ray Phoenix a little bit, because historically before, for me, you would keep the cruiserweights away from the heavyweights until it's time to make the money matches. You know what I'm saying? The David versus Goliath matches, or they come across each other in a Royal Rumble match, and then you start there. But it's kind of like you got Ray Phoenix in the heavyweight tournament. He's a cruiserweight champion. He got a tournament going on for who's gonna fight him next at NXT. But the whole thing that I found interesting about this whole thing was that Ray Phoenix basically told Cruz Montana, I'd feel the same way if somebody interrupted my championship match. Who interrupted his championship match?
Anybody in the class got something for it? I know someone's got that answer. That ooh, pick me.
Tell him, Razor.
It just so happened to be aside from the interesting GM Robert Stone we also got the illustrious main one. Now, before we get into that, should we be surprised that he retained his name unlike several of his predecessors?
Nah, I think you got to, like, I don't know. Like, for me, I think everybody got a different case. Like, Solo, he had the name change. But I think Zilla, everybody knows Zilla, like, come on, let's not butcher that,
Everybody
right?
knew Santana. Everybody knew Ricky Starks.
And you already got Jacob Fatu there. So it's like, why change Zilla Fatu?
Or put a mask on him, call him El Hijo de Umaga.
I found
but
I found it interesting that Ray Phoenix chose to say that, and then also follow up by telling Cruz like, "Yo, I got you." Like if somebody decides to interfere in your match again or whatever whatever his wording was, he told him, "I got you." So I'm sitting there like, hold on. We got Ray Phoenix in the tournament. We got Penta, who's Ray Phoenix's brother, in the tournament. Like they could do some deep reach in here, but I felt like this was an Easter egg of more of what we was talking about yesterday. Like, could this lead to war game stuff right here? Like, we got Ray Phoenix, who's a main roster guy, Zilla, and they all they need is to just bring up Zilla for that one match, and let's say he go back to NXT after that.
you and I both know the minute he gets that call up, he ain't going back.
There you go.
but again, I love Phoenix. It's just Phoenix's booking in NXT on the main roster and in AAA has been three different tales. They're trying to tie in the loose ends with AAA and NXT. Cool, I get that. And then you have the stuff on the main roster, and it's night and day. So it's like I don't know what they're trying to do with him. A part of me feels like this is only hampering him more than trying to help him elevate him. Because let's be honest, when we do get the inevitable reunion with him and his brother, yeah, he'll just be Penta's brother, and that's going to be the unfortunate first or second thing out of Cole's mouth is that's Penta's brother versus that's the AAA Cruiserweight Champion Ray Phoenix, who happens to be Pentagon's brother or Penta's brother. You see how both titles sound vastly different? One has respect on the competitor. The other one is just, oh, hey, it's his little bruh.
Yeah, it is like it's night and day how they choose to use Penta and Ray Phoenix. Like I feel like Penta is right on the cusp of like he already held the Intercontinental belt. The fans love him enough. They've seen him enough that it wouldn't even be a stretch to have him win the tournament and really have him in the ring with Roman. You know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, you got Ray Phoenix who they haven't done much with him. They've showcased him. I could say that. Yes, he's gotten a lot of TV time over on SmackDown, but his significance on that brand hasn't really been much, to be honest. Other than being a representative for AAA at this point, but
I wish
again, it's that left in limbo for him.
And that man is too damn talented to be left on ice. That pairing with his brother, there's too much meat on them bones for them to have yet to team up. The fact that they haven't teamed up yet is a crime against wrestling.
I do say this though. I like how I like how Cruz gave us a little like nug back to the rivalries that they've had in the past. You know what I'm saying? He kind of said we got history to Ray Phoenix, so we got
shout out TNA, shout out
people that may not have known.
And again, folks, if you haven't, please go out your way, catch 5150 LAX versus the Lucha Brothers, the Mexicans. You will not be disappointed. We're talking not only two of the best Latino tag teams, but Lucha Brothers are arguably one of the best in the world today.
The reason Ray Phoenix was out there, though, come to find out, is because he's there to watch the number one contenders match that we just spoke of, and it's a fatal four-way match. Now, I haven't been keeping up with NXT. I guess this is where I got to be better at going forward. I guess, like, now I'm not going to lie, yeah, we on the bandwagon. I mean, I'm not going to say we as a speaker for Razor, but, you know, me and my side, we on the bandwagon right now. Zilla 5-2 on NXT, so we keeping a close eye on the product, yes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really know when this fatal four-way match was put together. I'm honestly not sure. Like, I don't know who Tristan Angels is, EK Prosper. Romeo Moreno, and well, I know who La Parka is, but those other three gentlemen, I'm not too familiar with their work.
Well,
But I was like, I seen the athleticism and I seen the promise throughout the match. So I'm like, okay, I can see why these guys got the look. Like, I feel everybody had something good to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had the one dude Romeo who was like the real cocky. No, I think it was Tristan, the real cocky, like no facial hair, heel, and then you got the other one on Romeo that was more like a baby face, and he was helping EK throughout the match. And then
but
if you know La Parker's work, then there's nothing really to be explained there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, La Parka, this man is a legend. Booker said himself he wrestled him in WCW was in 1998.
Yep, and
Again,
he's in the best shape of his career.
I'm telling you.
His
Now,
career,
again,
his
with La Parka, I said this before, and it pains me, but I wish that they would have let him keep Thriller. I'm sorry, but again, like we said, mentioned before, certain songs are meant for the character, for the ambiance. Again, go watch any old AAA video and just hear Thrill in the background, La Parka lose their shit. No matter what city or in Mexico, everyone's going absolute batshit. And they took that from my boy.
I'm not gonna lie too. Even if they let him come out with like, well, I don't know if this version of La Parka does it, but the old one used to come out with the chair. Like that's merch right there.
I mean, he still does the chair gimmick every once in a while. I mean, I don't know what's been going on if he had a recent knee surgery, but the knees ain't got the same wiggle to them.
Mm.
Or maybe the hips is stiff, something. I don't know, but it ain't the same. But there's another individual that we're kind of blowing past in that fatal four-way. That boy, EK Prosper, we got to keep an eye on that boy.
Bro, when I tell you, Buddy was lit, like, I was like, okay, I could see, again, I said it earlier, the athleticism. I seen it, you know what I'm saying? And he was giving me flashes of, like, just all the great athletic ones that came out of NXT, the Javon Evans, the Carmelo Hayes, the Wes Lee.
Could you imagine a high-flying tag team of EK Prosper and the Young OG? Tell me that would not give you some flashbacks of London and Kendrick back in the day.
Him and you sent me a graphic of what's this guy name? I forgot his name already right now. Leon Slater, like him and Leon Slater would be something.
We can touch on that after NXT show because there was some very fascinating information in that image that I sent you too.
Mm.
But again, EK Prosper. Sorry, I'm giving you flowers. I'm sorry, I'm all tongue twisted. But more importantly, that moonsault that he threw today, one of the best moonsaults I've seen in some time. It's fluid. He had like just the right amount of hang time in there.
That's what it was for me, the hang time.
You would swear they just slowed it back down a couple seconds, but no, that was real time. The man glides. And Booker was going, "Oh yeah, man. What a moonsault. Tell him, Vic."
Honestly, like for not knowing who was in this match, I came out pretty impressed. I was like, okay, like this is something to keep an eye out on.
And aside from the Parka, it seems like a very testament to what they're doing down in Evolve, and even with this new ID program, like this is the crop of guys we're seeing out of that right now. So again, sky's the limit.
I feel like having that extra, like I know Evolve has been around and WWE has worked with them before, but now that it's like the pre-stage before NXT, almost like, or if it's like there's some people that's ready to go. What happened?
Is LFG still a thing or no?
They came out with a third season, but I'm be honest, I ain't really keep up with that because I felt like the first two, they were good to me, but it was more the second season that felt gimmick street, and then
I'm trying to figure out where the levels are. Obviously, WWE's going to be on top. Then it's going to be either NXT, AAA, TNA, and then everybody else, or how they doing it?
Well, I guess look like LFG, right? That automatically, if you win that grants you an NXT contract, so you're going straight to NXT, like Jasper Troy and Who won season? I don't even know if I think it was Anthony Luke that once. No, it was
Wasn't
Shiloh Hill.
wasn't
Shiloh.
it Miss? What year did Miss Callie Armstrong win?
Callie was in
Or
LFG.
did she win?
Nah, I think she just came from Evolve. It
Oh
was
no
Tyra May Steele. I remember
Oh, that's
Tyra May
right. Yeah,
Steele.
that's right. Yeah.
And then they let her go for competing in the Olympics or some story. It was something.
Allegedly, she didn't tell them she was gonna go to the Olympics and dominate.
Yeah.
And her reply was, "Yeah, well, I did that."
We had a female match coming up next. Natty versus Thea Hill. Again, listen, I haven't been keeping up with NXT. I didn't expect to see Natty on the program
Boy,
tonight. Yeah.
boy.
What?
You
Not
don't know
keeping up
what
with
you missing,
NXT.
man.
Like I've been telling you,
Now I'm gonna
Natty
say
has
this
been.
before I get into the match, bro. You know, go
Okay.
ahead. What you said about Natty?
I'll say Natty has been on some incredible run. Like I told you off here, the fact that we're not seeing this consistent on the main roster is a disservice to her. However, her knowledge is probably best suitable for an NXT TNA audience because she's just again she's in teacher mode, and Thea Hale is a very promising up and comer. She's not new, but she's steadily going up, 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 and up. And ever since they finally got her away from what they were doing with Chase U, I like what they've been doing with her, especially with this partnership with Miss Jada Parker.
Okay.
And again, I didn't. That's one of those things to where I didn't think I was going to be enjoying that tandem, but they have this chemistry of yes, they're very different individuals, but they have certain things in common, and that's why they're kind of clicking up like friends usually would. And on the flip side, you have
Okay, 'cause I was about to
do we,
say the last time I remember Jada Parker was here,
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's just
a lot has
she got
transpired
herself a
since.
homegrown now. She got some backup now.
Okay.
And then now you have Natty with, I guess we call her a faction with, uh, what's her name? What are their names?
Nikita Lyons.
Nikita Lyons and the other young lady's name. I do apologize. for
Carmen
forgetting her name.
Petrovich.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. And so again, it, this no secret. NXT has always had a knack for developing strong women's competition. This summer is no exception.
Now I say this like I was gonna say before I get into my vision of the match and what I saw. I feel like NXT's hard for me to get into. Why I haven't been keeping up with it because aside from Obafemi, like recent and Trick Williams, but besides that, NXT just hasn't had that feeling to me of like back when the Undisputed Era was there, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor. Like I understand it's a different crop of talent. Like right now they working with NIL, they working with basically.
New world.
Yeah, it really is. Like they got a whole bunch of people that's a work in progress. Basically, like you taking athletes from different sports and having them develop characters in real time. As to where the NXT that I kind of enjoyed had established talent coming in. Sure, they might not have been on the main stage, but they were in other promotions that in other countries that's doing numbers.
They were established.
Yeah, established venues and stuff, right? So I think it's a different vibe. Like this version of NXT very much feels like post high school, first year college kind of vibe.
And again, and everything's treated almost like a combine. So on one end, yes, everyone's gonna be very cookie cutter esque. Everyone's gonna be the same down the road, which is unfortunate because, but at the same time, you have folks like Cruz Montana, like a Zillafod 2, like Natty Neidhart, who has that international exposure, who can show folks, hey, yes, you may not be branching out there right now, but if you do go out there, this is how the game rolls. This is how folks move over here, and that's only going to make you that much better.
And talking about making people better, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like this ain't really gonna make Thea Hill or Jada Parker any better or get any more exposure. I honestly feel like Dia Hill, to me, she's a good in-ring competitor, but I also like her as like a valet, like similar to her role before with Chase U, or similar to like an AJ Lee when she was managing Dolph and whoever else she was managing at them time periods. I see Thea like that, with no disrespect, like still TV time. And Jada Parker, I would like to see her take them next levels up. Like I don't really want to see her associated in
I'm
tag team action.
I'm surprised that she's not getting called up with Lola. I'm genuinely surprised because again, aside from this program with Natty, what else is there for her to do? Like honestly,
Right. Like it's time to
like
like let's get her into that fresh intercontinental United States division. Like, can we freshen up them scenes? Like you said yesterday, they bring in Blake Monroe. I feel like I haven't even seen her on television. I'm be real. Like I don't know if I'm missing something. Do I get up to go get water? And in
no,
that
she has.
time period, like did she
She's
come and
been
she went?
gone. Jordan
Like,
Grace has been gone. Damn it! I went on a whole tangent.
Lash Legend, the only one that they did right, and arguably I could say they could do her better too, because they haven't really been having her do nothing. Except, she'll have a Royal Rumble
she was
match.
the MVP of the Women's Rumble.
That's what I'm about to say. She'll have the
She
Royal
was
Rumble
the
match.
MVP for that.
But come on,
And
that was like
also,
January, bro.
but also even her recent tag title matches, I'll say she's outworked most of the girls there. I mean, she's got better. It's just again,
No, she's definitely great.
she's
I'm
one
just
of the
saying they need to
individuals
book her a
that,
little bit better.
and maybe it's because again, what they're trying to do with the women's tag division on top of the other singles belts. There again, that division ain't that deep. If you want to have either a tag division or the two singles, that's one thing, but they're not deep enough to have all three. And they've shown that since they brought in the tag belt, and then bringing in the IC and the US belt kind of further exposed that.
Yeah, like
Because
with all due respect to Jada Parker, I feel like this is a step back. If you ask me, like she was just competing with for the North American Championship a couple months ago. Like she was in the ring with Kalani Jordan, So Ruka, the girls that's looking like they on their way up. You mentioned Lola Vice. They had a good series of matches. Maybe I don't know what it is.
well,
Do they
you
feel
brought
like
you brought up a certain name that again, in our opinion, based on what we've seen, should have been called up some time ago. However, she's currently in a tag team program right now,
who?
and that's Kalani Jordan.
Oh yeah. Which I feel like her too. Like, I mean, she's kind of done everything she could almost do over there too. If you think about it, she's won the North American twice.
Was she the inaugural, or did someone have it before her?
Nah, I think she was the first.
Because she won that ladder match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, also a heat wave, ironically.
Yup.
Oh, that was a good summer for the women. But again, but just real quick with the Thea and Natty match, the closing program of that was again Jada tried to help out her homegirl. She gets jumped by the heels, and Natty snaps on the sharpshooter on Thea Hale and just locks eyes and stares directly through Miss Parker's soul. And the camera crew encapsulated that to perfection. From the setup to the sharpshooter to the transition cutaway to the stare down. Again, it was money. Now, where would that lead us? We'll find out heat wave, but again, just to put a bow with Miss Parker, she's too talented to just be floundering on the NXT. Now, granted, on the main roster, she could be floundering there as well because they don't know what to do with half the roster. But again, here we are. Maybe she's the first person officially in the bloodline. Who knows?
Yeah, something got to give because it's a few females that even Carmelo Hayes, like I'm beyond, like since we in the era now where like back in the day if you was dating somebody they didn't really have y'all on screen like that, and if they did it was kind of like it was behind the stage news. It wasn't so open. But now it's like I think Carmelo Hayes, give him his girl, let him be like, you know what I'm saying? You already see how he got his leather jacket, the glasses, and his girl's already a heel. So I think you could give him a fresh coat of paint and let him go heel. Especially since Trick Williams is almost like a babyface at this point. It's
Okay,
like
so what
there's
do you
no
do
need
with
to kind of
Lash?
fight.
That's Trick's wife right there. You just pair them together, get away from Nia.
I mean, you've heard Trick say things about her on screen, so I mean, there's money right
We
there.
saw what he said on Unreal too.
There's an intergender match right there. Like,
So, real quick sidebar. I hate when you do this to me. Just for us silly fans who just want to enjoy a good chuckle every once in a while, would you be surprised if in the next couple of years we see the return of the Mixed Match Challenge? Because let's look at all the couples that are in WWE right now, whether it be the main roster or developmental. You have, of course, Seth and Becky. You have Punk and AJ. You have Trick and Lash. You have Carmelo and Kiana or Kalani. You have Lola and Priest. You have Jada and Jay, allegedly, unallegedly. Am I missing a few? Probably, but you get my point.
I think if you do it in a way that they earn something and not just that mixed match trophy at the end or whatever belt they got,
The winning couple gets a title shot. I mean, do it for everything
yeah,
else.
simple. That's it. If you could put that and then put it on a whole Saturday night main event or whatever the case may be,
Or Sunday night, the way they move nowadays.
yeah. I remember the first few series of those mixed match, they were on main events. They weren't even like, they ain't even put a spotlight on them things like that. Then we get the next match is actually something I wanted to talk about because at first I had high hopes for this championship, the WWE Speed Championship, but we get Lexis King versus Lucian Price.
That's Lexis King representing the birthright. Put some respect on his name. And
Man.
that whatever do we call that look a goatee? What we calling it on Lexis's face? He got a lot going on from the nose to the chin. It remind me of did you ever watch that spinoff of Hunger Games? Or it was in that time to where parody movies were a thing. And there's one of the dude who played one of the matchmakers for Hunger Games. I forget what the dude was called, but every time they cut to him, he had a different sponsored logo for the mutton chops. The one that was like the McDonald's logo, other ones was like the BMW logo. He reminds me of Lexis King. And I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing.
I don't know what could be the remedy, but I think like 5-minute matches, at first the idea seemed good if you're going to nurture it the right way. Like at first, they had everybody in there. You had the likes of people that could end the match in 1 minute, but now it just seems like, again, I talked about it yesterday, a participation trophy with the women's belt. I kind of feel like that with that belt. The championship matches are 5.
I thought it was all 3.
Nah, it's 5.
What in the hell? Did I miss something in the last few months when they changed some rules?
I think the speed matches initially were 3, like you said, when it was on YouTube. Once it got to the NXT. Oh, yeah, pardon me. When it was on Twitter. And when they bring it up to NXT, I think they shifted over to the 5-minute thing. Because now they do 3 different... I don't know if they always did the 3 different colors. Where it starts off like with a green light, and then they shift over to the orange light.
NXT. Or to NXT, yeah.
Yeah.
But brother,
I think they should probably do 6 or 7 minutes, maybe. 5 feels too like if you're not gonna end the match quick and make it shocking, like a squash match, basically. Like if he doesn't end it,
knockout, a surprise roll up, a very quick submission victory, or very decisive one.
As a viewer, you start to get a little restless. You like, okay, 4:38, 4:39. Like you're looking at the time.
Yeah.
So I think that's my issue with the championship. Like I would want that to be because at this point, if I'm ranking the belts on NXT, we have the NXT World Championship, and then the
Mhm.
secondary to me would be North American, and
Yeah.
way down in the totem pole is the Speed Championship.
Can I just say what you and I are probably both thinking right now?
Talk about it.
Is it wrong to believe that the speed title is probably nothing more than what the 24/7 belt used to be?
That's what it feels like, for real. I'm gonna be honest.
Now, again, nothing against the competitors, but again, like,
Shit's in that 205 live like territory of
okay, okay, so I was going that route too, but it got something done to me. So, what if they just repurpose the belt to where, again, you keep the time limit, but also you keep it to very strict rules, similar to what they used to do with the ROH Pure title. So, for, or like what Tony tries to do with the C2. No one interferes, but also you can say, hey, everyone has to stay in the ring. It has to be by pinfall submission. If you leave for the ring, if you exit the ring, it's DQ. Something. Add some form of legitimacy. Add some form of rules to generate potentially higher stakes. Make us want to give a damn about the damn belt. We should not be roasting it as long as we have. And with the talent you have competing for this belt, it only does so much. I get it. The person's supposed to make the belt, vice versa, but this, like you said, it's a participation trophy.
it's like what does the championship do for you?
And speaking of which, isn't Nikita the women's speed champion or something like that? If I'm not mistaken.
I don't even know. I don't even know who's the
Oh,
women's
yeah.
champion, speed champion.
She either has the women's speed or an evolved belt. She has a belt. I noticed that, but if she might have be the women's speed champion or something. But still, again, same thing applies to her. It's like again, like, what are we doing here?
No fucking clue. But I know what NXT did do tonight. They did a good job at milking the Zillify 2 segment because we got after that speed championship match, we got Grayson Waller, Tony D'Angelo, and Cruz all in the ring going at each other. Not fighting. No, no. They all talking about who interrupted who for what, championship matches, laying down the foundation. Robert Stone lets them know, look, man, Zillify 2 hasn't signed the contract yet. But he did tell them they're going to be in a triple threat match at Heat Wave. So again, we slow stroking this for the evening. Zilla hasn't signed the contract yet. At this point in the evening, it's been announced that that D'Angelo he's going to defend his championship in a triple threat match against Grayson Waller and Cruz Montana.
And I thought that was a nice cliffhanger because it's like, hey, it is that made us think: is this contract is will he be added to the PLE? Will he get the winner of the triple threat? What are we doing with this? So I liked what Robert Stone did there.
Because he did put down some officiating. He did set something in stone and also left something for the rest of the evening. We get to some backstage segment. He gets a phone call from Zilla. At this point, he tells him 30 minutes. He gonna show up. So the next match should have been Kendall Gray and Ren Sinclair versus Callie Armstrong and Kalani Jordan. We was talking about this a little bit earlier. I'm not gonna lie, Callie looking like money.
All four women are incredibly
Oh,
talented.
for sure.
And again, like I said before, and like I said in years with past women's rosters, Kalani Jordan's a previous class as well. Like, how can they be sold this much doing directing this well, but when they get to the main roster, it's immediately and it's I'm almost concerned to lean towards that maybe it's best a lot of women don't go to the main roster because if they don't go, They're not going to be in, as your boy JD likes to call it, Alcatraz. And instead, they can face off against quality talent. They can still go to AAA, TNA, Marigold if that's still a thing, and put on banger matches. And watching this matchup kind of like further influenced my theory on that.
Well, to answer your question, I think NXT and Evolve got a little bit more freedom, and I think with that means a lot because they're able to get more stuff done. On the main roster, it's kind of like you're not gonna get the showcase when the showcase ain't for you. You got to put somebody else over. The time constraints ain't the same. Felt like these ladies got a good amount of time in the ring. It wasn't a quick match.
Real quick, just to throw a little dagger in your little statement. If you're bigger than mommy, then you get the TV time. Otherwise, it's sorry about it.
Yeah. Basically, you definitely gonna get some more range in NXT and Evolve to work. Get some kind of fans behind you. But if you go into the main roster, yeah, that scene ain't gonna be the same.
Again, look what it's done for Blake Monroe, Jordan Grace, to name a pair. We all thought Julia was gonna be doing as well as Stephanie. That may not be the case. Where is Kiana James? It's funny because again, nothing against this recent call up, Hannah Paxley, another talented woman, but we've seen Kiana James pretty much on daily posts with Charlotte Flair. You couldn't get called up from that hookup right there. Did you piss in someone's Cheerios? Because again, that is another talented woman right there that's just in limbo. If we were to map down on paper, injured or not, the full women's roster, we would look at, I promise you, H, we'll look at least 60% of the names and we're going to go, what the fuck? I'm calm now. For now.
You good?
I'm good.
I think Callie, she's definitely a star to me, and I like where they going. They got Kendall Gray versus Kalani Jordan at Heat Wave, and I believe they're gonna go in the direction of Callie versus Zarya, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, next week.
So I'm looking forward to that too.
That match is gonna be fun to watch. That match ain't gonna be pretty. It's gonna be an ass whooping this way, that way, all the way around the world.
It's gonna be a dog fight. It's gonna be a dog fight. And I think on the men's side, for the evening, you know who's really surprising me? Well, I don't want to say he's surprising, but he's having a fast rise. Is Shiloh Hill.
He's been on a very meteoric rise, and I don't know if it's because I've seen quite a bit of his social media posts. I don't know if it started there, if it started from LFG, or if it just spurred the moment. But this man is going, in the words of Trevor Lee, to the moon. And again, hats off to him, man. He's only getting better. A man that big should not be moving like that. We've gone down that same road that a few other guys before. Hopefully, he follows the same trend.
And after the loss tonight and how he lost, it seems like he's setting up a program with him and Naruko. So I don't know, man. It might be lit for him.
Everything is evil. I'm sorry. I'm mad. I'm mad that they changed his name. Now I'm mad, but I'm not mad at the same time because that phrase for him is money. Now, will TKO allow him to say that? Probably not. But damn it, let him say it at least once.
And let's be honest, chat. This is the reason we've here tonight. This graphic right here. So let's talk about it. Hello.
Wait. There's one.
Hello.
There's one other thing that we kind of brushed by. That I'm pretty surprised you didn't want to lead off with earlier.
What's that?
The current state of Dark State.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. We got old boy Saquon Sugars just got his own little hit list going on now with the boys.
Yeah.
And next week we are getting a steel cage match with weapons
Mm.
with him and one of his former running mates. And again, Dark State, we all had high hopes for. Yes, they did have the stigma of being a Timu Shield, so to speak. It is what it is. But again, like, are you surprised that they've broken them up this soon? And as far as the one guy to branch off on his own, is Saquon the right guy?
I think they got lucky though, to be honest, because they had that stench. They had fragments of that other group that Vince tried to make on Raw with Mustafa Ali and Dijak and all of them. I forgot what
Retribution.
Retribution. Yeah, it had a little bit of that stink on it. So
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if it was the mats or the music itself, but yeah, it definitely. I can see that.
it was the whole get up, to be honest. It was the whole like random new guy shit.
Yeah,
But they was able to
yeah.
make it work though. I feel like each one of these guys were able to, even when they weren't talking, they were able to show it through their body mannerism, show some character.
Hmm.
So it's been able to work this far. And honestly, I like them better with three members. I don't know if they're gonna keep going, like if they're gonna keep breaking up or whatever the case may be, but I like three members for them. Now, Sugars, I don't know where he go because it's like he give me natural heel vibes. So to just see him throw on the bright colors and it's like, yeah, I'm babyface now.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. It's like again, what are we doing?
That's just the only thing for me with Sugars that I'm just like, oh, I want to see like at post Dark State because honestly, I remember he was leaving them like a few months ago. So I'm honestly still surprised that they still here.
But again, like one of the when they were gonna break them up, two names that I thought would have been a little bit above Saquon. That would have been Cutler James and our boy, what's his name? Uh, where's it at? Osiris Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
I, those two, I thought they would have branched up because again, they're bigger guys. Cutler James, especially with his personality, I thought they would have just ran with that. But again, Saquon's equally as talented as well, and I'm looking forward to that match with Dion Lennox. But let's not let these people keep them waiting any longer. We all know what they came here to see. They all know what we want to talk about. You've been chomping at the bits for it. Hello! And let's
Let,
lead off with this. On a scale from one to, next to from 100 to fuck all, how do you rate that interesting theme song?
the theme song was ass. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all can take my opinion for it. I don't care. To me, it's ass. Zilla, I love you, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, bro. I got a song that I made better than that with Zilla for Zilla. Like,
Yeah, like that had AI slobbering all over it.
it's alright with the AI shit, but like, give it more effort. Like, it just felt like
Well,
you
that's what I'm
typed
getting
in
at. Like,
Zilla's name 4 times and said, fuck it. Like, just make a song with this guy's name,
and the word hello,
right?
and for
Like,
whatever reason, make it metal.
yeah, like,
Like
it didn't feel nothing Samoan. It didn't feel nothing Houston where he's from.
you could
It
have
didn't
had
feel
some
nothing
Houston
Zilla.
chopped and screwed, something like that. You could have did anything different from this.
You know what it sounded like to me, to be honest? A cheap way to try to get the fans to chant Zilla, Zilla, Zilla throughout the song.
Motherfucker, we can read his goddamn name.
Like, and they was
We
chanting it naturally. You don't need to put it in a song like that.
everyone
Like,
knows who he is. And again, we all know who his daddy was too. And the crowd was showing their appreciation for his father,
but
as
to
they
be
should.
fair, hold on. To be fair, it wasn't just Zilla's song that was ass. Everybody's song was that. I'm be real. When they started
Yeah.
playing everybody music, I didn't know whose music was who except Grayson Waller. He the only person that I knew who
Well,
knew.
I
But
mean, Santana sounds similar to his old song.
And but it sounded like him and Tony D'Angelo got similar like stuff going on with the music.
Reminds me of. Do you remember that one Monday Night Raw to where Punk's cutting a promo and then he looks to the if you're looking at the announce table, he's looking at that right hand side camera and then they pan to his right shoulder. Logan Paul's music played and Punk looks at the camera is like, whose music is that?
Yeah.
And then turn around, oh, it's you. Yeah, that's your music, really?
Yeah, like.
And again, if this song didn't say his name about 80 times every 10 seconds, this song is ass.
Bro, the shit felt
Straight
troll.
poo butt.
The music felt a little bit troll. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, it felt like we're gonna hear a different
again,
song the next time we see him.
Does he not own his theme song that he uses on the indies? I thought he did.
You know, I feel like WWE be wanting to just have a hand on something. Like, they can't let you come in here and just be like, this is all me. Like, they want to make you like, you either got to negotiate that heavy but like, I don't think they want to let anybody just come up in there with all everything. Like, I mean, they always got to put a hand on something.
They did Zack Ryder when he did the Internet Championship back in the day. Again, every person that's made a name outside of WWE, they've always changed the name, changed most of the gimmicks.
You talk about Matt Cardona, he actually had a good point. I was listening to him on CVV. They hired a guy back, right?
Yep.
To play Zack Ryder, but kept the Matt Cardona name because he's not doing nothing Matt Cardona did in the Indies. Like,
yep, you ain't gonna see the Indie God. You ain't gonna see the Deathmatch King. You ain't gonna see Always Ready. What we're gonna see is woo, woo, woo. You know it. And again, it's a shame. You have all this talent, and you're pigeonholing most everybody that has a level of creativity to make the show better. And we know they can make the show better if you let them be how they are truthfully. Oh, I'm sorry. That means we're letting them get over. That means we're letting them be on the same level as a CM Punk, a Randy Orton, a Cody Rhodes, a Roman Reigns, a Rhea Ripley. Oh, we can't do that because these are our highest paid talent. Oh, fuck that. If they're as good, the crowd will tell you everything they need to know. Triple H once knew that. I questioned him and asked him, does he still believe that? I said what I said.
Fuck it. Said what you said. But how you feel about his overall like presence? Because I think Zilla nailed it. I'll be honest. He nailed it 100%. The outfit.
Like don't make me do this to the boy like that. You know where I'm going with his age. Don't make me do this to the boy like that. He just got in the front door a couple hours ago. God damn it.
Come on.
You had one line. 4 letters. 1 word. Instead, he called himself the Nympho baby. Or the Nympho, something.
He did say
Nepo. Zilla, come, I get you a little excited. Come on, man. You saw what happened to Tongaloa, how all them botches did him dirty. Don't go down that same path. Come on, man.
Damn it. I heard that, but I kind of tried to disregard it when I heard it.
I can't do that. I can't do that to the boy. I'm sorry. Oh, I couldn't let that one slide.
My boy, he was so excited, man. He was out there.
It was something.
I ain't gonna lie though. Like, I felt like he was giving me young Rock, but without intent. Like, I don't feel like he was trying to be a copycat. You know what I'm saying? I felt like this is him. Like, if you really watch Zilla, you follow him on Instagram, like, he really get fly. He really in the loop. Like, he really in the culture. Like, he not just, like, trying to, like, just put on a shirt that, like, nah, he really get fly. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I see you and I raised
So
you.
I think that's dope for him. Yeah.
And again, because on Twitter there was a lot of comparisons that the walk, the appearance, the tone, the cadence is very rock esque, but also just that little R, that sazon, took me back to Nation of Domination Rock, where he really started feeling himself. Hello.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is different. Like having, and then it's organic. It's within the bloodline. So like now I mean, it ain't too far to think like the mannerisms gonna be the same. That shit to
Now,
me, I enjoyed seeing him. This is his second appearance on NXT television. I really enjoyed how he came out, especially when everybody started coming out. He was on time, like, who want what? Like, okay, you over there, you over there. Like, pull up then. What's up? Matter of fact, let me
and,
sign this contract. It's a fatal
and,
four-way match.
and that there's one, I believe it was a SmackDown segment, or might have been, no, it might have been, I can't remember. Again, long time ago. Uh, but again, it's an infamous Samoa Joe promo, and you might know the one I'm talking about once I kind of start painting the picture. Starts walking down AJ, Jeff, and then gets to Randy, just walking them all down before he even gets into the ring. Just one liner after the next. Jeff, when are you gonna get another DUI?
Oh yeah,
AJ,
yeah,
how's
yeah, yeah.
Lindy?
Mm-hmm.
Randy, you try to hit me with the fangs of all that stuff. It was beautiful.
That's the vibes it was giving you right there. He was dead
Yeah,
ass
he's
like he
again on
did say
that
something to
demon
all of
time.
them. That's what I'm saying. Like he was on timing tonight. Like he had the freedom to really like say shit to everybody. And also, I want to say this: how you feel about his very first match is going to be a championship match for the world belt, for the NXT world belt? Like,
I mean, given the proverbial stigma that usually surrounds his family, I expect a show stealing performance out of him, but also a again as far as that, let's look at the champion going into that match, Tony D, because he could very well likely be called up after this matchup. He's going out to prove, hey, let's run it. All this noise on the internet, that's all Q and Danny. It's gonna be four men just duking it out. Waller has a massive chip on his shoulder. I'm also Santana, Cruz Montana, trying to establish, hey, he's here for real. This is already on paper one of the biggest matches they NXT could have produced in the last couple years. This match is going to be money. If you were to ask me who would win, I can't pick a winner right now. I'm sorry, but
that's
this
fair
match
though because that's asking a lot to like on his, like I don't even
now
think
could there
Solo's
be
first match was for a championship.
could there be an obvious winner? Sure, but as far as like you and I often say, how do we get there? How are we getting there? Although this is only a week and change notice, is it a week? Yeah, it's a week, right?
Heat wave. When is heat wave?
Yeah, I want to say it's next weekend because we also have the Sunday night main event. But again, this match is going to be special
Heat wave is on August 30th.
next week.
Okay.
Buckle up, boys. The main one has finally arrived. And to those that may not have seen any of his matches, whether it be from Fourth Rope, HOG, you name it, again, it like the saying goes, it runs in the family.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'm gonna just jump out the window right here. I got
Uh,
him winning this thing.
and like I said, that might be the obvious one. But again, I can see a world in which Cruz wins it. I can also see a world in which Twitter. I don't know how we get there, but I can see Tony retaining. I could even see a situation in which Grayson wins. and that's just off of the promos that we got today. Now next
I'm
Tuesday
not
could be a
gonna
different
lie.
story,
Regardless if he win or not, the ratings is gonna be up. But if Zilla is champion NXT, the ratings are going up.
and the internet's going to be very loud, and I live for the chaos.
I mean, they could be loud though, cause they weren't in discourse when he showed up. So don't be tight when he come and win that thing too. Like, don't be mad now. Don't hop off the bandwagon now.
Were they ever on to begin with?
I feel like they were.
Well,
Like Zilla had like you and I both know like a lot of people wanted to see him succeed. So I think this is just a little bit different than the 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 what's the phrase I'm looking like everybody just mad at the Samoans for coming up. I think this is a little bit different.
well, and I think it's more so. And again, it's nothing against him. It's just the way TKO decided to lay everything out. Like I say, perception's reality. Um, TKO tends to make things blatantly obvious just to avoid stuff going out to, the usual suspects of SRS and Meltzers and folks like that.
You remember, bro, Razor, Zilla and Jacob was at what, WrestleMania 40 or 39? It was out there 40. They was in Philly, and they like, yo, look at them over here. They in WrestleMania. Like, folks was fiending then. Like,
Oh yeah, everyone knew it was just a matter of when. There's no
yeah.
denying that. But again, it's the way.
But
that
I'm
they
saying
cho-
shout
that they
out to
chose-
both. I'm saying shout out to both parties because WWE could have fiended on that move and brought him up ASAP and did what everybody hated. And Zilla could have just waited for that. He was out there working though.
Yeah, he's also trying to get off parole too, but still.
You feel me? But still working though, like still
Yeah,
working.
but I mean, but like again, you can't help but wonder like if there was a different way to roll it out to where it's more positive for him, less bullshit on the internet. Now, granted, the internet's going to be bullshit regardless, but again, uh, there could have been a less obvious way to roll them out. Now, I do love again. Last week was very interesting with the shock and awe, but again, like they can't duck and dodge the dirt sheets. I'm sorry.
But I think the only thing that could hurt this situation is if they do to him what they kind of did to Solo. If you just bring him up to the main roster and that motherfucker silent.
That, and if he does win next weekend, if it's a very quick, decisive victory, that will also hurt him as well, and it also ruined the other three men in the match to boot.
I don't think it's gonna be a quick match.
I hope it's not, but again, WWE's done stupid shit before.
Yeah, cause I think they got to be responsible too, though. Like, this is gonna be a test for him. This is gonna be a litmus test. Like, you ready? Cause you've been saying you ready, right? So we going. This is time. We need this bloodline storyline in a few months. You heard? So we need you to get ready now. We don't got a year or two for you, Zilla, to get ready. I'm just saying, like.
Well,
Like they probably do got a year or two for him to get ready. Who fucking like? I'm not trying to rush it, but I'm just thinking from their perspective. Like, what if that's what they saying? Like, oh man, like, yo, we got this ready for you.
So
What's up?
let's dance on that a little bit real quick. You say a few months. Survivor Series is less than 3 months away, so you ain't got the time for that. So again, let's say he
Mama
doesn't
Zilla
win.
is literally proud to see her son for sure. I shared I shared the
rightfully
stream
so.
earlier. Yeah, for sure. I shared the stream earlier. I seen they was live and all that. I posted it on Wallace Studios Twitter page. For sure.
I wonder how that baby's doing.
For sure.
You know the clip I'm talking about. I wonder how that baby's doing. That baby's gonna be able to sleep through a hurricane and be just perfectly comfortable. That baby he could have a block of C4 go off half mile from the house. Baby gonna be sound asleep, just happy as can be, not hear a thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy. That's why I don't want to see them botch this situation. But to answer your question on 3 months, I feel like what was Solo's timeline? Like, I don't think did he do three? I think Solo did like 2-3 months, and then they brought him up.
Was Solo's even 6 months?
And then
It was definitely less than a year for sure.
And they jumped the gun too, because they bring him up
He had
when
just won the North American belt.
and he had to give it up. Like, yo, here,
but again, but like if Zilla's coming straight to the roster, let's just say hypothetically, not that he needs it or anything, but let's just say this is just to maybe boost his cardio a little bit or get a feel for that ring for a few weeks. You don't have to win the belt. He can just pop out, show out, say, yeah, this is me, this is what I can do. Maybe Cruz wins, maybe Waller wins, maybe Tony D somehow retains or whatever, but we get to see what Zilla can do amongst three very talented individuals, one of them being one of the best in the world. But again, like, uh, I'm torn about calling him up for this War Games match that we're inevitably going to get for the Bloodline.
I mean, maybe you bring him in at the end. He don't got to be part of the actual match, but I think you start getting things rolling because it seems like the final piece now. Like he's in the company. This is what we've been talking about and salivating for years now. Where it's to say, oh, when Zilla comes,
pretty much.
yeah, when Zilla come up, what's going to happen? So I think, him being here is going to be more streamlined. Like I don't think they intend to do like what they do with the rest of the Raws, keep them there 2 years, 3 years. Like some of the other folks we were just talking about. Like even Tony D'Angelo, he's been there for a while.
Jesus,
you know what I'm saying?
Has Tony been down there?
Now, granted, some of that was due to injury.
He might have been down there pre-pandemic. Now that I think about it, or when did Vince turn NXT into the Rainbow stuff?
That's when I think he was there since then.
Yeah, but again, that was that before or after the pandemic?
NXT 2.0.
Again, that was still a long ass time ago. But even if Zilla is down there, let's just say 6 to 9 months, a part of me feels like it may be for his betterment to keep him away from the family.
Okay, I like this take right here, Razor. Brother BKL Sporter Entertainment said the only thing that Solo needs to be himself and never join force with the Bloodline plus Jacob Fatu know exactly how he feel until we watch Royce Keys got injured and Fatu is worried about Royce Keys. There's a lot going on in that dynamic.
And again, the last thing we want is for someone that again has his entire career ahead of him. Let's be honest. And the last thing we need is for him to be thrown off the track or borderline derailed by getting caught in this vortex. But again, they'll match him up eventually, whether it be wholeheartedly or maybe as the soft launch with Jacob. Again, it's just a matter of when.
Now, for the record, though, we spoke about this yesterday, and I told you I wasn't really in favor of having another Bloodline-related match in the War Games. And I had a different concept for War Games as to where I wish somehow we can put somebody's title up on the line in the War Games match. Something different, like give us a different dynamic to the War Games, because we've seen pretty much the same playbook the last few years when it comes to the War Games match. So now that's why I'm kind of penciling Zilla. Let's remove War Games. Now let's go down your route. He doesn't win the championship. I still think that makes a good story because that's one of the first things he said in the ring tonight. He's there to earn it. He's there to like not get a handout. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to see. We got to wait and see where things unfold. Is Solo going to make a trip down to NXT? Are the Usos going to make a trip down to NXT? Is Jacob going to make a trip down to NXT?
Well, with Worlds Collide around the corner, that was an NXT AAA show, so we may see the OTC himself make a house call. Think of that? Possibility. Another possibility would be if we are going to just let Zilla work at his own pace, would it be wrong to potentially pencil him in as a wild card dark horse winner for Money in the Bank? Bring him up right before Mania. Just like I said, keep him away from the bloodline stuff. Call him up whenever he feels like it. Would that be as big of an impact? or bigger than just throwing them on with a family.
Or are we gonna go the route? I don't know if you remember when I said this, maybe like a year or two ago. Remember when I asked what was the possibility of there being 3 different bloodline factions? And as of right now, we still have the Tongans.
I said we technically have a second family forming or growing, but if you notice that they're still keeping the name the MFTs. I get it; it's got a different meaning now as far as the acronym, but was that the right call?
I think it's a good sign for Zilla though that he's able to keep his name right now. Because again, I feel like there's history. You could go to the Jacob Fatu, what they did on the Indies when they were tagging. I think that's the most immediate one. I've said this before. Solo Sikoa is using Zilla Fatu dad's gimmick, basically. The Samoan Spike.
Stole that mug.
That's true, but don't forget Solo has his own and Zilla is not ready to join in WWE until 2028. 2028.
Huh?
That's like fall 2028.
Wait. Brother, what you talking about over there?
I'm thinking more like 2026, you heard? You thinking 2 years. I'm thinking 2 months, baby. Give you a little paid in full line.
Go out and watch Zilla Fatu versus the Amazing Red for HOG and tell me he needs to wait until 2028. Watch Zilla Fatu versus Mike Santana. Watch Zilla Fatu interact with the Hardys and tell me he got to wait till 2028.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. No shade to Solo. Because I feel like Solo and Zilla almost have parallel the same way. Like, they did the Indies for a few years and they went to NXT. Mm-hmm. I think Zilla looked better right now than when Solo went. Like, there was still some questions surrounding Solo because they had him transform into a whole different character.
That's the thing right there. Solo came in as a brand new character. Zilla's coming in as what he's been doing on the Indies.
And potentially like a level up, like based on this picture right here, like this is like, dare I say, he's tapping into his inner final boss right here.
Again, why I think we call this boy the main one. See, folks, now he's getting it.
Now getting it.
Yup.
Yup.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Chat, I want y'all to keep it a stack with us, though. Like, we really need y'all to know. Are y'all excited to see Zilla? And did it lower your excitement to know that he's going to be inserted right into the main event picture on NXT? Like, would it sour your grapes if he wins the championship? And, right, like, I want to know. Like, is it going to sour y'all grapes? Like, y'all got to let us know. You know what I'm saying? Because I think for me, at this point, like, with all due respect, bro, to everybody on NXT, what? Like, everybody had their chance. Like, you talk about the list of guys as the Grayson Waller, you was already on NXT. You coming back to NXT to try, like, nah.
You know, is this his third or fourth stint on NXT now?
I think it's second. No, it's not.
No, I think it might be his third or fourth. Because remember, he's OG 2.0 as well with Braun Breaker, with Tony D, and all them boys.
See, I ain't mad at this because that was my original concept. He should have retired with the belt.
Matter of fact, he might have been there when Keith Lee was still there for maybe.
Nah, that's crazy work.
Roman is dropping the belt to Obafemi, likely at WrestleMania.
I would say the only person that got a chance is Cruz, but I'm gonna be honest, my Boricua brother, like they fucked you over. They changed your name. Zilla Fatu got his name. I'm rolling with Zilla, like, cause they fucked it up. They fucking up the momentum.
That's the loud Boricua.
Loud and proud.
Mm-hmm. Born nasty, straight from the Bronx.
They botching or they like the commentator. What's the other dude name? Vic Joseph. Like. Y'all gotta get his name right, bro. Y'all making it a joke out there. Like, just call him Santana then. If y'all can't call him Mike Santana, just call him Santana. Then like, what's up? Who else is
And
Santana in the
we
company?
can't do that because Carlos Santana got that trademarked. You can't
Nah,
call him Santana. My own. We've been over this.
like come
Chat,
on, bro.
chat.
This
He
for
don't listen.
wrestling.
You don't.
Like, come on, man. Like, this is crazy. Like, I don't know. They like, it's the Cruz part, cause it's like he got a double last name thing going on. Like Victor
Okay, well,
Cruz, Victor Cruz. You feel me?
okay,
Side
okay.
catch. Like, nah, it's
Was it,
Cruz. Like,
you remember the time when Shawn Michaels called Mr. Kennedy, Kennedy?
bro.
Is that what it's taking you back to? Be honest.
Like, it's just. Then, like you said earlier, like you kind of want to say Cruz Santana for all that, like, like the Montana part, like Montana, Tony Montana,
Tony Montana or French Montana?
Tony Montana. Eh.
Say hello to the bad guy.
Say hello to the bad guy. Yeah. Nah, child.
Real
Yeah, go
quick.
ahead.
I'm not sure if Kat or you have a chance to see this, but one iShow Speed has teased he will be returned to WWE very, very soon.
I mean, he got to get his leg back.
No, he does not. No,
Yeah.
you saw what that damn dog did to him at the Rumble, which scared him out of his damn shoes.
He was in that WrestleMania match too, I think, right?
Was it Mania? Or was it a Rumble?
No, he was at the Rumble, but that 3-on-3 match when it was him, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory.
That's right, yeah. And then Logan. So does he get his lick back on Logan Paul or Braun Breaker?
Logan Paul. Even though he kind of got the lick back at the end of the match, he jumped off the top of the shit.
Yeah.
But
And also, Mr. Brock Rexsteiner got in a little bit of a scuffle at practice today against the Dallas Cowboys.
oh man,
And I'm gonna be honest again. If I'm his pops, I'm ashamed of that German suplex attempt. Bad, very, very bad form. Very, very bad form. And in other sports news, we had a little baseball beatdown.
Who did it?
Who
did it?
Where's that damn score at?
Piss me off.
The Milwaukee Brewers garnered the largest shutout in franchise history, tied for the largest shutout since 1900. They smoked the Seattle Mariners 22 skunks. Yes, Chad, I said 22. Belt to ass and back around again.
Okay, so I'm getting some gem right here. Don't forget Mike Santana's in TNA and NXT. Between Cruz Montana wants to become as his father gimmick name. Unfortunately, I'm fine with Mike Santana, but Cruz Montana is his style, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah, and like I said, once he announced that, again, I respect it. It's just one of those things where we're used to a certain situation, and this is a growing pain.
Yeah, that shit crazy. I do respect it though. Got a reason behind it. I'm sitting here thinking WWE just slapping shit across this what they want to do now. Like, hold on.
No, this was entirely him. And
Okay.
I think the day after he signed or made his debut, he dropped a video on X explaining the reasoning and why he chose his name.
Okay.
Very beautiful video. And also, we speaking of Mr. Cruz Montana, man, we got a tweet from him as of 46 minutes ago. I'm gonna talk my shit till the end of time, then I'm gonna break my foot in your ass. Let's get it. That man is New York through and through. And again, seeing him like this, I'm always going to wonder, what if him and Ortiz stayed together? They never had that falling out.
Then we wouldn't see this where he at right now on the singles division.
No, but I'm saying it's like, again, like they both could have did the singles run, but again, like Ortiz is another talented guy, and what's he doing? Is he somewhere locked up where they put AEW Dark at, or what?
Yeah, he in purgatory.
I mean, I seen him on was it ROH segment with Eddie Kingston. You seen that clip, right?
Nah.
OG might have had about 3 pounds of beans before he did that promo. There's a very peculiar soundbite that, although it was pre-taped, they still chose to air that out and not edit it out. Pause. The boy damn near muttered himself.
No good.
And they just let it play out. I don't know why. You could have just edited it, something. I don't know anything. Clean it up. No. And then also, I'm not sure if you caught Adam Copeland was on Ariel Helwani's podcast this morning. And they touched, of course, Ariel asked the question, is there any reason, because of course us fans would have loved to see Cena versus Edge one final time for the good times, especially fans like us who watched both their careers growing up. Would that match have been beautiful? Absolutely. Copeland claims, although he never pursued it, he in his heart of hearts believes that Tony would have easily approved it, but WWE would have pushed back on that. I kind of believe it may have been the exact opposite. That's just me. How do you feel about that?
I think WWE would have not did it. Off the simple fact that, like, it's competition, right? Like, I think they operating under that competition mindset. Like, TNA's already in the pocket of WWE, you know what I'm saying? They already did, so.
But remember,
like,
they
working
don't
with them ain't nothing
AEW
but
competition. I know the fact
they could say that.
I know.
Yeah, no, they could say that, but at the end of the day, they do things for a reason. Mm-hmm. And even if it's truly that they feel like they're not looking at them as competition, there was probably things that was said that people take personal. And it's like, oh yeah, okay.
I mean, where do we start with that?
Right, like, because if it's not competition, it's personal. Because it's not for the love of the game.
Yeah, and honestly, tribalism aside, I think we can both understand that both sides went. It's more than just business between both of them. There may be some personal animosity too, whether it be through certain codes of conduct per se, with, for example, the counter programming, to what may or may not have happened leading into Brawl Out. Pick your poison.
Legit. It could be any one of those things right there. Especially, like, you got some people in WWE that operate with that older mindset too.
Which part of it?
Right.
Well, we got the cynical side of it. You got the cutthroat, kill or be killed. I am missing a day to lose my spot mentality.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like,
quite interesting times we live in, and
because sometimes it's not even like Tony Khan, right? Like, it's not just Tony Khan. It's the other representatives of AEW too. Like, if your top talent is a VP or whatever, and they talk in a certain way, okay.
Standard.
Okay. You got other representatives that standing on business, and then Tony Khan not coming out to reprimand them is saying something without saying something. It's like, well, yeah, they got a free voice. It's not reflective of what I think, but, you know, like, Yeah, but that doesn't in business. That's not how business. That's not how it's operated.
Speaking of business, you ever hear the phrase "silence implies acceptance"? If you ain't touching on something that you feel that in your heart of hearts morally feels, hey, this may not be the right move. It's gonna cost me some money. If you ain't saying nothing about it, then you're just saying, hey, I'm good with it. This is all
Yeah,
right.
like yeah, it's kind of like you patting them on the back, like yo, good shit. It's kind of like you giving one of those behind the scene, like good shit. Don't forget, NXT Heat Wave is on the corner, but there's Triple A. Is
Oh,
there
he's
another Heat
oh no,
Wave,
he's talking
aka
about he's talking
Ola
about
de
triple
Calor?
mania
Okay, same date and
because
same
again
places at
that
the same time.
yeah because I think it's I don't know if it's the Vegas spot or the next day in Mexico. One of those days is going head up with All In and uh, the
I'm
I'm gonna
not
be
gonna lie, I
honest.
really enjoy. Like, if I had to pick right now, I prefer AAA over NXT because it's that concise 1 hour, right to the point. You
It's
don't
just
gotta,
right.
yeah. NXT, you still gotta like depending how you watch the programming. Like me, if I'm gonna watch live, they still on what on the CW, so you gotta deal with like
Oh yeah, they're on CW, but they're also going to be on ESPN very soon.
yeah, maybe the ESPN would be better if they do it through the app. But if it's still treated like a cable broadcast, then I don't think it's gonna be much difference.
Um, we'll see what happens with that.
But how I'm gonna be honest, even when it's streaming, there's not much difference. You get flooded with ads.
Yeah.
I like YouTube because it's concise. They'll do that be right back screen triple A and then back to the action.
Or you can just say stay off the internet for like 10 minutes and then start like on 10-minute delay. That way you can just read right through the commercials. That way, if you get far enough, you can just skip all commercials.
Yeah,
If you start late enough, yeah.
yeah, because I
But
don't notice no ad breaks on YouTube for triple A.
again,
But I do have the premium, but I'm
they
not sure if that
blend right in
matters.
with their cutaways. But
Yeah, like it's one
and then
consistent
you
feed. That's what
have
I like. Yeah.
and then you have the bullshit with Peacock. Aside from the like, say a Saturday main event, is anything on Peacock or just that?
What you mean, like other like
Uh,
WWE
uh, uh, uh,
programming or just in
yeah,
general?
other WWE programming because Peacock announced today that they're raising their prices again,
Yeah, I need to get out of there. I'm waiting for WWE to pack like to
and that's
finish
why
so I could get
I
out of
got
there.
to thinking that all they have on there is Saturday Night's main event. Like they've already fulfilled the deal with NBC to what I thought because it's not on the NBC channel anymore or the shows. I believe I could be wrong.
They still got some old stuff that still hasn't hit Netflix, like old SmackDown episodes. But other than that,
No, no. Some of those we ain't never seen those. I'm sorry.
oh,
I've heard rumors that uh the infamous closing moments to WrestleMania 20 are kind of edited away, or they're trying to edit that away permanently. Um, and again, like I said, there's certain episodes that they're and segments from pay-per-views and PLEs that because of the landscape of society, again, they're going to be lost in the ether forever.
and I felt like even with what they doing with programming, like last night when Roman was talking with Solo and they showed that video package, like they doing the Mandela effect. They like you said, they wiping away certain things and creating other moments to save that as all right, we're gonna leave this
That's what I
moment.
want to talk about yesterday. In relation to Conrad's comments, because when him regards calling Roman an industry plant, because you have all this revisionist history, and he touched on well, if you look at some of the family members in the past, they weren't. Yes, were they main event level? Sure. Were they top guys? The argument could be made because, for example, would you have considered Yokozuna a top guy?
Nah,
Would you have considered Rocky Johnson a top guy? Would you have considered Umaga a
not for
top
that.
guy? Would you have considered Rosie a top guy, Mr. Superhero in training? spell out the acronym if you will. You don't have to, but that's another day. But I digress. Uh, Again, Rock, yes, but Rock broke the mold on other cases, so he's in that category of his own. We'll give him that. But again, the rest of the family members, they were just one of the boys. And then now you have, well, or what we got with the first chapters of the Bloodline when Roman came back from leukemia. We got all this revisionist history. Not mad at it, but it's like, again, for those of us that have been watching for some time, we kind of know the truth that's hidden behind the fiction. It's just a shame that a lot of that content is slowly going away forever.
Let's be honest, right? This is what I'm just me looking at it, keeping it real. Everybody's mad because this family found a way to continue to do business with the WWF. Let's take it back. The WWF, the WWF, WWE throughout all of these years. While other families,
Even
things
through the
happen.
territories.
Shit happens. Some kids don't grow up to still want to be in the business. They had enough family members that, you know what I'm saying? Some were in, some were out.
But when you have, again, like I said, arguably with Zilla's, we gotta be what, 4 or 5 generations deep by now of one family being loyal in a world to where loyalty is extremely rare, towards borderline non-existent. Is there loyalty to the premier company in the world? Sure, but that's just coincidence, in my opinion. And in return, that big entity, i.e., TKO, why else would they be looking to the same family that just so happens to produce stars? Let's run down the list. Like I said, The Rock. Up until recently, or there was a time to where he was hands down, undisputedly
Hell, bro.
Hollywood's #1 guy. Then fast forward, now you have Roman Reigns, 1,316 days as your world's heavyweight champion. Only ahead of him is what, Hulk Hogan, Pedro Morales, and Bruno Sammartino. And then you have the Usos, who currently have the longest reigning tag team reign in history, surpassing the likes of legendary names like the Dudley Boys, surpassing the likes of Demolition, who had the reign, surpassing their their associates, some of their compatrons in the New Day, who also had a lengthy title reign, which the Usos ultimately surpassed as well, because New Day was the first to break Demolition's record. We're talking a family that has, in total, probably close to well over 50 championships, maybe even 100 if you add them all together. This is, again, like Roman has teased in past posts, the first family of wrestling. Proof is in the pudding. They make stars. This family is the roster.
And listen, again, people are mad, but I feel like they worked hard at manufacturing that.
And the family busted their ass and proved, hey, this is why we're on top. Now, will the same follow for Zilla and the rest of the family move forward? Who knows? Would we like to see them thrive? Absolutely. But again, it's no secret why one family has dominated, again, the likes of, again, decades past, you would say the Von Erich was probably the premier family, or further back, the Funk family, the Rhodes family, Rick and Charlotte Flair, the Guerrero family. Again, there's all these legendary families that have made stars. It's just one family just built an army.
Exactly.
And as we dubbed them, they built a dynasty. Again, like I said, we're talking 4 generations of dominance, 4 generations of premier performance, 4 generations of glorious history.
And now we working on seeing the next few, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Jay Uso's son getting big.
Mm-hmm.
There's another Rikishi son out there. There's another Uso out
Yeah,
there
yeah. You
playing
have you have you have,
football.
you have Kamiko Fatu. You have Journey Fatu, Jacob's little brother, who in another world I had the privilege of breaking bread with on a separate battlefield. Again, there's that family's got a boatload of guys that the W Universe, once you see them, if able, you will not be disappointed. Each
And
family
most
member
importantly,
has
too, though,
a
this story there, like, I don't understand what people be mad at. Like, they could tell the most real story,
well,
like to 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 what Jacob and Zilla went through, what they went through in their real life, down to the business side where you got to climb all the way up the chain to the final boss, to Roman Reigns, to the tribal chief.
a good story, a good money story just popped in my head because you touched on Jacob Zilla with their checkered past. If say if hypothetically Jacob is not aligned with the bloodline, he goes on his own, whatever, and Zilla follows suit. Okay, stay with me now. You could have them press the Usos, and you could do some old playbacks. Hey, we may have been the knuckleheads slipping up, but you guys are slipping up here, disgracing our family, bringing up some of their past drama over the years with WWE, and Zilla or Jake can go, hey, but we're the black sheep, we're the problem children. You guys were the ones messing up more than anybody else. How are you guys still here employed? And it took us a lifetime to get here.
Right, right.
You could do it similar to all out what Jericho and Punk used to do with Jeff Hardy back in the day. Something along the lines of that. Is it blurring some lines? Sure. Can they turn it into excellent programming? Absolutely, provided they're all comfortable with it. Now, again, they're all grown men. They all understand, hey, controversy creates cash. This is all business. It's all love at the end. But again, something like that would be money. And of course, you have the obvious one of Zilla and Solo, Zilla and Roman, who is the heir to the throne. There's so much you could do with this family, and people hate it because I think deep down they know it will work. That family will find a way to make it work.
That's what
You
I'm
have
saying.
you have the wise man that basically told TKO, "Hey, anything to do with the Fatu Anawai clan goes through me. I will take care of them. Watch me cook." As the saying goes, hold my fucking beer. And in the moment, we will all love it. And those that were mad about it will be mad because they're mad because we told them so. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Let them know then.
Oh
Let them
man.
know.
Uh, again, I'm excited that Zilla has finally arrived. Again, it's been a long time coming, well overdue. I look forward to what he does in NXT, no matter how long he's there. And again, he still has his mentor Booker T there. You got the Heartbreak Kid there. He's in probably the best hands possible. And then you
Hell
get
yeah.
him up more closer with Paul Heyman. My God, the sky's the limit. Now, like you and I have joked about time and time again, what are the odds that somewhere down the road, whether it be in NXT or in the main roster, we hear for the good times the silky, silky voice of one and only Armando Alejandro Estrada.
Nah, that would be me.
And again, us older fans will hear that voice, and he'll paint the picture of way back when me and his pops went up and down. It'll be a beautiful full circle moment. Even if it's just for a one off, I'd be okay with it. But that's something that they cannot afford to pass up, in my opinion. I don't know, chat. For those that are above the age of say 27 years old, hypothetically, if you happen to remember Mr. Estrada and the late great legendary Umaga on Monday Night Raws and classic segments with, of course, Vince McMahon and the Battle of Billionaires. That great program that he did with Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley came from WWE CW to just anything Umaga did with Estrada was money. You could almost put that akin to similar to what Paul Bearer was for the Undertaker, to what Captain Lou Albano was for several guys once upon a time, to what Bobby the Brain Heenan was for several folks, to what Heyman is now present day. Estrada was that for Umaga.
Nah, he really was though. They gave him that presence too. Like it was something different. Like you ain't never seen nobody manager wise in our era that was coming out with the cigars and they real Cuban. Like
I ain't gonna lie,
different.
I ain't gonna lie, that's the motherfucker who influenced me to like cigars. Keep him in that little breast pocket right there, ready to go. Get that fresh little fedora. Man,
I remember that shit became troll too. Cause I remember it started off with like one cigar. Then the more appearances she had, it'd be like 2 cigars, then 3, then 4. You just see that shit loaded up in the slot right there in the sleeve. Motherfucker had mad cigars in the pocket.
well, Fightful just reposted a little backstage statement from Zilla. He goes, "The main one is here. Hello, I'm coming for that." Let's see, we get the full the full transcript. The live and direct, the main one is here, and I'm coming for that strap, Mr. Tony. Wherever you're from, wherever you come from, I ain't worried about none of that. The main one is here. Hello.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
And he got that look in his eye. I'm telling you. I said I look forward to seeing what he's gonna do. Now, hopefully they give this boy a better song. I pray they give him a better song. It won't take much. It'll take nothing at all. Anything.
Nah, yeah, we definitely need a better song for Zilla right there. Check. Y'all gotta stay locked in with us. Friday, Kevin Owens versus CM Punk.
I don't like that we're getting that match this Friday. I'm sorry.
I do.
I may be in the minority for it, but
I like that we getting it. I want something exciting to happen on the Friday night.
I'm just gonna be excited. We're gonna get some bullshit, but I don't know. Again, hopefully I'm wrong.
We gotta see. Chat, let us know in the feedbacks how y'all feel about tonight's NXT, how y'all feel about Zilla, how you feel about the show Off the Hip, how you feel about the host, Wallace Frazier, how you feel about Razor. Let us know. Yes, sir.
You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. Be honest. My DMs are always open. Pause.
Come on. Join the conversation. Come on.
I respect your right to be wrong.
Cheers to everybody living a good life. Put your wine in the air. Put your jongles in the air. Put your drinks in the air. Put your prayers in the air. Yes, sir. This is a nice, fun episode of NXT. I think I want to keep doing this, so y'all rock out with us, man. Join the conversation, like I said. If there's somebody that might want to tap in the studio, pull up. There's an invite that we could put in the chat right there, so let me know, you heard?
All I ask is that when y'all join us, just keep that energy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, y'all gotta have your cameras on with a shirt on, no shirt off, and don't be having shit mad loud. That's it. Other than that, y'all valid. I come in here doing some weird shit though, I ain't gonna hold you. I might get cooked because it's gonna be done already. Well, we need to invite you to because I don't know, you just got up in here with the add in-person guests. Okay, I would have to do in-person. Okay, yeah, it'll be an in-person. No, that's some in-person. There have to be a link. And I have to fucking make sure somebody in the backstage. Yeah, get somebody in the backstage area, like. Word though, chat, tap in with us, you heard? It was a fun one, it was a fun stream.